Shall we begin?
Carlo.
Allie.
Nick.
Jasmine.
Anyways, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Addicted Media Reviews Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1. We just finished watching it, and before we get started, please, if you like what we're doing, like, comment, and subscribe down below. And what do you guys think? Okay, I have to say in the very beginning, in the cold open, Arya.
Wow.
Hey, she is dope. She's my favorite character.
Arya's an amazing character. She had to grow really quickly, I think. The way that they had that happen was fast, but it brought her where she needs to be for this season, for her to be the key character that she is.
A ninja, basically.
Kind of.
An assassin.
Very much, yeah.
Ninja assassin, like I've heard before. And she said that winter came for House Frey's. She killed all those people and she's going on a fucking manhunt.
She had a lot of good quotes in that cold open. She said, "Leave one wolf alive, and the sheep are never safe." Like, that was badass.
And I think when she saved the child wife, the one they'd had him marry, in a way she was saving herself. That easily could have been her. That was supposed to be her fate. But instead, that's her witness.
Did they change anything in the beginning in the intro? What did they add?
The old tower.
Old Town.
Old town. Where the Meisters are, where they kick it.
Which was cool to see finally.
Yeah, but we finally have a character that we're following there, since we're getting an idea of what Sam is learning from everybody else.
Yeah, how to clean up shit.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. That was hard to watch.
Your face, you could not look on the screen every time that actually popped on screen.
I kind of wanted a bowl of chili.
What's wrong with you?
So Ed Sheeran.
Fuck. I think his friend almost saved him by saying, we help strangers so that strangers can help us. So I'm hoping that she will not kill them and spare them. And Ed Sheeran will live to tell another day in song with his angelic voice.
Well, if you notice how she was acting, like she had her hand on her sword, and she was paying attention to where they put the weapons.
Mm-hmm. She was ready. She's always ready.
No, her intention was for them to die, and then they were nice to her, and it was like, oh, I don't really want to kill you. You're being nice to me.
They were humanized when they started talking about that guy's dad, the wife, having a baby.
Soldiers
She's just like, second thought, I'm not gonna do it. And you fed me. Dibs on the rat.
I still feel like even with that in mind, we could start with Arya in the second episode and just see everybody dead.
So what we're getting from that is Ed Sheeran lives? Alright.
For now.
For now.
Okay, right after Arya's scene, we saw the White Walkers. That was a really intense way to go. And I think it serves as a reminder that winter for them isn't winter for us. Mm-hmm. It's not a season. They're gonna probably have, like, decades of darkness and cold and freezing, and like, this is a big game they're playing.
Was that the White Walkers in the present? Because right after we saw the White Walkers, we saw Bran was warging. So was he seeing a vision of them, or was that the White Walkers in the here and now?
That's debatable, because the Hound in the fire, which he's so terrified of, saw the same vision. So I think it's happening right now, and we even got a peek. I was looking for this. We're seeing all these dead people come towards us. I was like, who are we gonna see that we know? Oh, the giant. My dead giant.
And I've been wanting to ask that since we saw it. Okay, would you call it irony to have the Hound be so afraid of the fire, and that was like his one fear, and then now he's actually working with the people, like the fire, like the light people, whatever you call them. Mm-hmm. Like, those are his homies now. Like, what is that? Is that like his redemption? Is that like him being like working with those fire lovers and like they're gonna band together?
It's like a sign of his character change.
He's like embracing like the goodness in some way. I don't know.
My question is, so the younger brother who has those visions went through the wall, but they never referenced him again for the rest of the episode. So what happened?
We'll find out in the next episode. Because we don't go back to the wall either.
Yeah.
That's true. So wait, where were they located? Sansa and I thought they were at the wall.
No,
Winterfell.
They're at Winterfell.
See, they're different places in the north.
So explain to someone like me, who doesn't really follow the story, how does a dead person come back?
Yeah, because I want to know. Because I thought.
See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Wait. How is this?
I'll leave that one to you.
Basically, anybody who's been killed who has not been burned, we could see again.
I 100% agree, and I think part of it has to do with if a White Walker is around and like calls them back from the dead.
Yes.
Oh, I always just thought it was like if they were killed by a White Walker, they have the potential to come back alive.
See, mine
That's
is
a
more
convenience thing.
mine is more general. I thought if someone just dies and winter comes, they all just come back to life.
I'll say that I loved all the scenes at Winterfell. I thought it was really cool that it's like this whole reunion of like half the cast where they can finally all be in scenes together, be in the background of scenes together. They kind of reminded me of season 1 when they're all in the courtyard and there's people training in the background and people watching from the balcony. Although that kind of made it seem a little ominous too, like bad things are about to happen.
Right? I don't know her name, but that girl is awesome.
That was an observation I made, was that if you're a female on this show and you're too young to show your breasts, you're just a badass.
That's a really good observation, actually. I like that.
Not that the older ones who have shown their breasts aren't being badasses right now in capes, matching capes, but yeah, like these little girls are like, you're not gonna treat me like a little girl. I'm gonna fight too.
Yeah.
That's actually gonna be a dope scene when it actually comes out. Like if they actually show it, of the whole battle between that and the White Walkers.
Yes.
I felt though that scene between Jon Snow and Sansa, like having that disagreement with those two people, that was like a start of something. But like right there, it's like really, you know, you can see it, like she's not happy with his decision. So I don't know if that's gonna lead to like a mutiny or whatever, but.
Well, there was tension. Littlefinger was sure enjoying it.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's always got a million schemes of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just pick out a spot on the wall last season and just that's a spot now?
Yeah.
He's just always gonna lean against that spot during every meeting?
He was just quiet.
He's like, hey, no, bro, you gotta leave. That's my spot. Sorry.
You don't stand there, I stand there. There is a good chance, I'm not sure it's going to lead to rebellion. It could if they keep arguing. However, those families, those kids that he said, no, I'm not going to take their houses away, they're children, and they just heard everybody else say, kick them out of their homes and take like their, you know, your money, everything away. But this guy stood up for me. He said that it's, you know, like, I'm going to be loyal to him, I think.
That speaks volumes. I agree.
Do you guys think Jon Snow and Sansa Stark are gonna have a power struggle?
I think they're having a power struggle.
They are have one right now, but how
not a giant one.
Complicated is that gonna get toward the season when the season progresses?
I think it'll be complicated only because Jon Snow is a very noble character, and he was kind of like a Ned Stark. At the same time, you see Sansa, like, she's been at King's Landing. She saw the brutality of Joffrey. She saw the brutality firsthand with Ramsay. Like, she knows how, like, these awful people react to these situations. And I can see in this episode that, you know, she doesn't want Jon Snow to, like, fall victim to that. But it's gonna be a battle, and I really hope that through that battle, it'll, like, make their relationship stronger versus them be pulled away and have it be a mutiny, because I really would not want to see her dead, although if she dies by the end of this season I wouldn't be too sad.
I almost think that it's going to play out that she starts doing things behind his back, and when he finds out he'll just throw her out, like things to help him, but he won't see it that way.
Agreed. Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe she does have a respect for Cersei that I did not know she has. I did not understand her utter respect for Cersei, which does potentially show that she can learn to be backhanded. But considering the things that we know about Jon Snow that he doesn't know about his relation to Daenerys, I think maybe there's a way that she ends up being leader for Winterfell. And he goes and takes his place, and that has more to do with being overall leader and fighting against White Walkers.
That would make the most sense because Bran is going to be the Thread Raven. Arya's probably going to continue on her ninja mission.
Arya's going to get her wolf back. Arya's going to get her wolf back.
Is that the only wolf that's alive at this point, or we have Jon Snow's wolf, right?
I thought his
he's got killed too.
No, I think Ghost is still alive.
Is Bran's died.
I did get Bran's did die.
Rickons is dead.
Sansa's
dead.
Arya is still alive.
Arya's 100% still alive. I
Yeah.
can't believe we never saw any hint of it until now.
And I never
It's
read
in
the
the
books,
books.
but I know
Yeah.
it's part of like
She-
a thing. Like
She
there's
has
some
those dreams too.
there's like a weird like connection between each Stark and their wolf. And
Arguably, they all could have been wargs the way Bran is.
Oh.
And those dire wolves were the way to that. They were there, they really were meant for them. But killing them off, like that cuts off their certain connections to this other worldliness.
Damn, mind blown. I didn't know that.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a dart out here. Can the White Walkers bring back the wolves?
Oh.
I think
I
they
don't
can bring
think-
back animals.
I'm sure they could. I don't think they will. That would be awesome. I don't think they will.
I'm gonna throw out another random theory. Could it be that the only Starks that survive are the Starks that have direwolves alive?
That means Sansa's gonna die.
And so will
And
Bran.
Bran, yeah. Although I'm not.
Bran can't die.
Yeah, he can.
He can die, but I don't think he will.
The Red Raven though, like, isn't he like keeper of
He's
all
really
history?
important, but he's important to this story. I don't know.
I think he's just the kind of important though that Game of Thrones would kill because he'd make you think he's too important to kill.
But this is beyond the scope of the book. We're at this point in the series where the majority of things that are happening are not stuff you and I have read. It is theory and it is our best guess, but it's rooted in something different than I know what's going on next.
I wish they showed more dragons.
But they almost always save Daenerys for last, and I'm certain they do that by design. And yeah, instead of making it this big build up and like, look at the dragons, look at the dragons, look at the dragons. Here, have a taste of dragons. We know you wanted it, and now enjoy the sweet emotions of this woman who got herself home and is getting to take back her throne.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has the hold that Sam was talking about.
Exactly.
She has that, which is once again why it's perfect for her and him to end up really well united, because that's where he has to go to get his ultimate weapon.
Which means he'll have to make an alliance with her.
But they first need to go through Cersei.
Also, I was gonna say, also the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
They both have problems with Cersei. There's like no reason not to have this alliance.
Okay. I'm still lost, but okay.
And can I ask the gift that Euron Greyjoy is planning on giving Cersei?
I did specifically wonder about that. It's got to be a person,
Has to be Tyrion, maybe?
maybe. I think we're dealing with probably a literal gift.
Like
There's
Tyrion.
something I'm gonna give
And they
you,
are talking about siblings.
which could be Tyrion,
She brought it up.
or even a Stark child. If somebody like Littlefinger decided
to deal with them.
to do something he shouldn't, then yeah, we can still lose somebody at any point.
I could not figure it out, but you guys pointed out it was Ser Jorah in the
Yes,
Citadel.
Sir Jorah Marmont.
Sir
is who's in the-
Friendzoned.
Yes, Sir Friendzoned, who did get the Stone Man disease.
And did he grab Sam? Isn't that how you spread the disease?
That is how you spread it.
He grabbed him?
He didn't touch
No.
him.
No, he was just like, hey.
He got
He
scared.
could have grabbed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got scared.
And that wouldn't be a strange thing, even though like he doesn't want to hurt the guy. But you get crazy when you get this disease.
Ah.
Well, what I was just thinking could happen is now that Daenerys has Dragonstone, Sam knows that they need the
That.
Dragonglass vault. He may need an in to get to Daenerys. He may know that Ser Jorah is there and has a
Ah.
connection. So he may take the risk, free Ser Jorah, and say, you can get me there.
Interesting. Good
And
theories.
Jon Snow will be a Daenerys sympathizer.
Yeah,
And
but
they
she's
could be
gonna have
friends.
problems with him initially. Period. Like she has a problem with Ned Stark because he was part of the rebellion. She's part of the reason her, brother died, her father died. I think she's gonna be angry and then they're gonna still end up aligned.
Yeah, they're gonna like find out like, oh my god, I'm
We'll
your
get past
aunt. Wasn't there like some theory like each dragon is like for someone? Like Daenerys has one dragon, Jon Snow has another dragon, who's the third dragon for?
That would be Tyrion, who's
Yeah.
rumored to be the third Targaryen child.
Bastard child?
I think we're fast approaching the end of our time.
Yeah.
So we should do final thoughts, final notes.
Every winter that ever came has ended.
The winter, I realize, has many meanings. Everyone, she says winter's here, but I feel like winter's still coming. But other people say that it is here.
According to everyone on Twitter, everyone's like saying winter is already here.
Winter's here.
Yeah, winter is here.
But the real winter, I feel, is still coming. It's still at bay. I feel like the winter are the walkers. They bring the true winter.
It's a little bit like, you know, to go back to regular seasons, it starts getting colder. It moves in on you. Winter is moving in. It is here. It's just, you know, it's kind of over there.
Yeah.
And it's coming in on you. And eventually everyone is going to realize it. And these
yeah.
people that have never known anything but sunshine and beautifulness are going to have a real reality check.
I was going to bring up the whole winter will have an end. That whole speech I thought was really fascinating. It just talked about how everyone preaches gloom and doom, like this is the end of the world, this is it, we have to prepare for this. And the Maesters are like, it's happened before, it'll happen again. We survive, we move on. It's like, what does this say about the show? What does this say about the end of the show?
I do have one question. Will that battle with King's Landing come? Will that be like our season finale?
Well, don't answer that. We're gonna have to wait until that answer next week.
Oh.
Because we are out of time. You can follow us all on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys had any comments on what we talked about, how far I'm basically off on what they were talking about, I was like, good. Leave a comment down below. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Check us out next week for our recap of Game of Thrones episode 2 of season 7.